administration because we want to empower people here in Paterson. And we are empowering women here in the city of Paterson. If I think about my leadership team and if I can share with you who they are, you'll be impressed. Our business administrator is a woman. My chief of staff is a woman. My deputy chief of staff is a woman. The director of economic development is a woman. The director of community development is a woman. Our director of human resources is a woman. Do you see a pattern developing here? Who runs the world? Yes, yes. I wanted to make sure you were with me. Thank you. And I know we're dedicating a month to women's history, but women's history is being made every minute. Wouldn't you agree? How many of you are mothers? If you ever have given birth, you have made history. That's why men can't do it, right?
That's right.
They're clapping really hard right there. That's true. Women get an automatic pass to go to heaven just because they had to deliver us into the world. But I also want to let everybody know that we're about to make history here in our city. Hinchliffe Stadium has broken down barriers as far as integrating America's concern with the Negro Leagues. But starting in April, an all-women's tackle football team is going to play in the city of Paterson, the Jersey Shore Wave, and one of their players is a police officer that I swore in 2021, and she's their running back, and her name is Monet Clancy, and I can't wait to see her and her team. But I would be remiss if I did not honor the #1 woman in my life, the First Lady of the City of Paterson, a woman that I met. Wait, I got some, thank you. I didn't, I'll bring you out for Valentine's Day on that one there. The woman who on March 13th, 2005, I met, and I knew I met my match. And I said it yesterday, I was proud to post that on social media when I talked about the fact that we are of different faiths, we were born in different states, but it was God who put us in the same place at the same time. And that's how we define divine intervention. Can I get a witness from the congregation here? Yes. Thank you. Director, you've heard that before. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to present to you for opening remarks during Women's History Month, our celebration here at City Hall, our First Lady, my wife of almost 15 years, for Andre Sayegh.
It is such an honor to be here for a wide variety of reasons. One, I just love watching women empower themselves and grow, right? It is so important that as women, that we empower each other, that we lift each other up. So why do we celebrate women's history, right? This is an opportunity for us to pause. We should be celebrating women's history all the time, but the reality is when we have a month that focuses on it, we can actually tell ourselves, okay, let's look back, let's reflect, because let's be real, as women, we're all running 100 miles per hour, multitasking everything from family life to work life to about a little bit of everything. And so when we pause, we can actually reflect on these amazing achievements, and you're gonna hear about the amazing achievements of the women that are sitting here. Because what women bring to the table is resilience and determination. Women have always been on the forefront of social change in this country. If something has to get done, something needed to be changed, it's women out there protesting, marching, making sure things get done. It's women who are changing things from the ground up at home. It is women now who earn more bachelor's degrees, master's degree, and doctoral degrees as a percentage of the population than men. It's the reality. It's been the reality for about a decade now. Women are achieving, and the thing is, we still have a long way to go because women still, for similar titles, are not making the same salary as men. And so what we want to do is we want to make sure we uplift women, and we make sure that we talk about any of these disparities all around the country and all around the world, quite frankly. So there's an attack on DEI, right? We've been hearing about this diversity, equity, and inclusion. And somehow there's this conversation that diversity does not bring the best talent forward. I will argue that it is the reverse. These programs are helping uplift people of color, women, and other marginalized groups from the past. Like I said, women are earning more degrees, but for some reason, just not able to enter the workforce in the same manner as men. And so it takes a concerted effort. It takes us being aware. It takes us pausing and saying, why don't we have as many women? And so this has been an effort to make sure that women get elevated, that women are honored for the hard work, the education that they have, and quite frankly, the ability to multitask the way we do. I don't want to throw out all the stereotypes out there, but sometimes these stereotypes of women being able to juggle everything, I have to say, it's true, right? So I think this is a moment for us to just pause and say, diversity includes having women of all faiths and all colors here in the city of Paterson represent our city, and reading their bios, you're going to be fascinated. So I want to thank you all for being here, for honoring the women that are here, and I want to thank these women for all that they do on a day-to-day basis, and I want to thank my husband for taking a concerted effort and making sure that we elevate women here in the city of Paterson.
Normally, my wife and I have no problems with public displays of affection, but she's fasting during Ramadan, and that is considered breaking your fast if the two of us were to kiss. That's true. You thought it was just not eating or drinking. Now, she talked about multitasking and juggling. Yes, she does a lot for our 3 children, but let it be known, in between being the mayor of the city of Paterson, today my children have a half a day, so I am going to pick them up from school. What do you think, Mommy?
Good.
Yes, there you go. It's the least I could do. So today is about celebrating women who are making history, women who are improving the lives of Pattersonians every day and may not have gotten the recognition. Well, today you're going to get your flowers, you're going to get a certificate, and you are going to feel the admiration from people that you work with and for people that you call family. And so I want to start off first with a young lady who we've had the honor of having with us for 20 years. She rose from within the ranks. She was a telecommunicator trainee. In fact, she looked startled that it was her that we were going first with, but I wanted to have that effect on her. I'm very proud of her because she's risen to the rank of director, starting from the bottom. Now we're here. If anybody saw what I did right there, you can applaud. But nevertheless, our director, whose team handles over 270,000 emergency calls every day, and those aren't easy calls to take. It's not about a cat in a tree. I'm sure it's a life or death situation at times. And what we'd like to do for our dispatchers is to give them a new home, a better place for them to work out of. And we're working closely with our fire department, led by our fire chief, Alex Alisea, so that we could have a dispatch center that's fitting of the dispatchers that we value on Pennsylvania Avenue. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our first honoree, Director Leticia Howe. You got a fan club, huh?
Congratulations.
Please, just
Good morning, everyone. I wasn't expecting to make a little speech, but first and foremost, I would like to thank God. Without God and my faith in him, I wouldn't be where I am today. My mom's the best.
Come on, Mom.
My mom taught me everything that I know today, my work ethics, the heart that I have, to be compassionate, to give to others, to help anyone that is in need. You're never above anyone. So, Mom, I thank you for everything you've done for me. I would not be here today if it wasn't for you. To my kids, I love you. Everything that I do, everything that I am, and everything I will become is always going to be for you. And I hope you follow in those footsteps. To my job, I have the best job in the world.
Wow, that was good.
I work for the best department in the world.
Yes.
I have the best bosses and support system in the world. I have also my two brothers who are captains here today, who I am extremely proud of, and I know that they're proud of me, but every day I hope I'm making you prouder and proud and proud. To my Uncle Stephen Howe, who is a legend in this city, okay? I love you. Thank you for everything you do for me and our family, all right? And also to Bronze Heat and everybody in the community, I thank you.
Let's have another round of applause for our director. Started from the bottom. Now she's here. I also want to take the time out because earlier today, we had a fire, unfortunately, on McBride Avenue, and 6 people were displaced. A battalion chief was injured, and I had an opportunity to be on the scene and thank the firefighters for their courageous efforts. And one in particular, I was mightily impressed because I saw him and I said, am I going to see you later? And I see him now. When I saw him, he was looking like Superman. Now he's looking like Clark Kent. So I want to thank Rayshawn Davis for helping put out that fire and coming out to support. You like what I did right there, the Man of Steel. He likes that. That's going to be your new nickname, by the way. Thank you. And thank you, Lieutenant Sharon Easton, who's just joined us with a thank you, another strong woman. Speaking of which, on the subject of public safety, we really appreciate the work that community policing, community affairs, whatever we call you or whatever they call you, when we call you, you're there for us. And we appreciate you because, quite frankly, being a police officer is not the most popular profession these days. But it's a noble profession, and it's a needed profession. And what we want to do is reassure anyone in the public that has any reservations about the men and women who protect and serve us, that they can trust us, especially the men and women in uniform. And our next honoree is someone that we've been able to say that has been trustworthy for the last 20 years serving us in the Paterson Police Department, serving as a supervisor with the Paterson Police Department's Community Affairs Division. So ladies and gentlemen, someone who's grown up in our city and is serving as an inspiration, and hopefully young ladies will see her and want to become a police officer because of her example. Let's put our hands together for our next honoree, Sergeant Quima McLevin Raul.
First and foremost, I'm going to give all honor to God, who is the head of my life. He is amazing.
Yes, yes.
Good morning and congratulations to the women who are being honored today. Let's give them a round of applause.
Yes, yes.
I would like to extend a thank you to Mayor Andre Sayegh for honoring me today. It's moments like this that lends a platform to her story seen and unheard. In 1851, Sojourner Truth delivered a speech at a women's rights convention titled with the question, "Ain't I a woman?" Years ago, initially, I wanted to answer, not knowing it wasn't a question, it was a statement. So today I stand before you and state proudly, "Ain't I a woman?" That comes from a long lineage of strong and courageous women. Mom, stand up. Ain't I a woman? That is the answer to the questions of those before me that had. Marcy, stand up. Ain't I a woman who is called for action for women of tomorrow, our young women and our daughters? LT, you know you better stand up. Mayor Andre Sayegh and the community, I hold this award in honor of my mother's legacy. For the many sacrifices that she had for me, Mama, I love you. This one is for you. Happy Women's History Month. Thank you, community police, and you all guys always show up for me.
Thank you. That was great, Sergeant. Yes. Come on, I want this to be like a pep rally. We don't want this to be like Tuesday's council meeting. We want to be very civil right here and professional. I knew that'd get your attention. We have one other honoree, and then we'll hear another selection because these young individuals have to go back to school, right? You want to go back to school, don't you? No. You got early dismissal. I just said half a day. So for those of you who don't know, Michael Bloomberg, the former mayor of New York City, has been really good to Paterson, like really, really good. I participated in his Harvard City Leadership Initiative, one of 40 mayors in the world. So Paterson was on the map with mayors from every continent. And a few years ago, he issued the Global Mayor's Challenge. And what it said was that any city could actually apply for this opportunity to win $1 million. All you had to do was identify a long-standing challenge that you've been trying to solve and that has only been exacerbated by the pandemic. And if you have an innovative idea and you win, your city gets $1 million. So 631 cities from around the world applied for this unique opportunity. Michael Bloomberg and his team only picked 15 out of those 631. Paterson was one of those 15. And the concept that won that $1 million is called Real Fix, and it's to address opioid use disorder. As a matter of fact, it's a hotline, 833-REAL-FIX. And when we piloted it with 5 people that were struggling with drug addiction, they call the hotline and they're connected with a doctor who prescribes what is statistically proven to help heal your brain and hopefully wean you off of whatever you're addicted, Suboxone. And so the prescription is made, we deliver the Suboxone. We first said that we'd get it to you in 90 minutes. When we got it actually to these individuals, it was 76 minutes. So we underpromised and overproduced. We think that if you can get pizza delivered at that time, we should be able to get you something that can help heal you in that time as well. But it doesn't end there, because then we connect you with a counselor. So this young lady who's a part of the Real Fix team to date has helped 600 people in our city struggling with drug addiction get to the treatment that they need. Our next honoree goes above and beyond to provide that support for those who are very vulnerable, who are trying to beat their demons and defeat their addiction. Ladies and gentlemen, our next honoree, Ingra Lonick.
Congratulations.
Hi. You know, I'm so glad that Mayor Andre opened the meeting that way, because in fact, I was going to show off. This is one of my favorite things to do with Doc Ladies. Who runs the world?
Yes, 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 that was good.
He lets me do that. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. You know, this is something that doesn't necessarily happen to people like me all the time. I am wildly honored. The other day I was thinking a lot about cliches, and you know, we all kind of hate them, but they're cliches for a reason, right? Because they're true. And I was thinking that that's even more so true within the realm of recovery. You know, one day at a time, we're only as sick as our secrets. It's great advice and universally applicable, right? But I think the one that is most true is in the world, it's not what you know, it's who you know for the most part. In the realm of recovery, it doesn't have such a negative connotation because it really takes a village, you know? In my world, it's because I know you guys, you know? It's because I know Dr. Curso, the best addiction medicine doctor in New Jersey. It's because I know Kendall, our grant monitor, who is my boss. She claims she's not. You are. No. It's because we got Alex, our dream girl, who, like, came just in the nick of time, saving Doc and I from burnout. Our early bird, it's because we know Ramon, who's like Doc's Xanax. I see Doc like visibly, like when he comes in. Yeah, when we're strategizing, having our meetings, sometimes we think they're gonna kiss. The bromance is real. It's because I know John Carluccio, who, his program has nothing to do with addiction or drugs or any of that, and he helped me out of a real jam, like blood everywhere. Yeah, to the point where I'm like jumping out of cars on Main Street, ready to talk to the plug. I assume he was a plug. He was decked out in Gucci. But he hit John in the back. I saw it, and I'm like, "You better be nice to my friend." And it's because I know Dassel and Deb, who have an unlimited amount of patience and tolerance for me. The same goes for Araceli, Lydia. Like, these are all people that I want to be. Valeda, don't get me started. The good wife. It's all of you, truly. Inverness, who helps me, keep a very wild man patient while I dyed his hair blue while we waited for his car for transport. Yeah, if he tells you I'm his wife, I'm not. But thank you so much, guys. I will do this sort of work until someone tries to stop me. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Of course, thanks. I love your energy.
Thank you.
Let's have another round of applause for Ingrid. Just so you know, with Real Fix, I mentioned that they've been able to help 600 people get treatment so far. The goal by June, which has been stated in public in a publication, is to get 1,000 people. And this past week, they were at Route 19 where the tents can be seen, and they were engaging with those individuals. It's easy for some people to say, just shoo them away, but where are they going to go? And they need help. And we have help. Help is here. Ingrid, you want to say something else? Come here. Stay on the mic. But remember, they got to go back to school. So.
I just wanted, on that note, I just wanted to take this opportunity to invite the council members to do outreach. Mayor Andre here has done more outreach than probably all of them combined. He's in a pinstripe suit. Yeah. Don't want to know how much it costs. Gorgeous. Out there in the mud with all of us. Ruby Cotton you might be tied. She's real good. And I know Mims would be about it. The other council members, I don't know. But challenges there.
Yes, she laid down the gauntlet. Yes. And as far as the suits are concerned, my wife dresses me, so it wasn't me. Before we hear the next selection here, I want to acknowledge some of the members of my cabinet. We have our Corporation Counsel, Eamon Abushis, here. Our Director of DPW, Billy Rodriguez. Yes, yes. He's going to fix those potholes right now. Personally, he's going to lay it down. Our Director of Economic Development, Tiffany Delaney. Thank you. Our Director of Personnel, Stephanie Pabon. Thank you, yes. Whoa, Stephanie. Got a little fan club emerging here. Are you assessing membership dues? Also want to take this time out to introduce a new member of my team. She doesn't start till Monday, but she's a success story from the city of Paterson. As a matter of fact, she graduated from Eastside High School in the top 5 in her class. She went on to Rutgers, earned her bachelor's degree, and then earned her master's degree in communications. And Monday she starts as our new Director of Communications, homegrown Diana Nunez. Thank you, Diana. Also want to acknowledge my Chief of Staff, Dassel Tilos, who just got promoted. And let's just have an opportunity to hear a musical selection, please, from the Young Men Leadership Academy, led by Mr. Mark Medley. Mr. Medley, how many years in the Paterson Public Schools? 25 years. Let's salute him, please. That's not easy.
Thank you so much. So we're here to celebrate women, and what better way than to highlight their fruits, these children. So I'm going to turn it over to them. We'll just do two quick ones.
Thank y'all for letting us perform today. I'm the bassist. My name is Jeremiah Rivera, and this song's called Summer Days. It was named by William McNeil, that's not here right now, and I hope y'all enjoy this song.
Thank you so much. Our next selection will be introduced by, what's your name?
Jeremiah Gunthrope. So for the final song that we'll be playing for you today is Equinox, who was written by a famous saxophone player named John Coltrane, which I am. It's starring the saxophone player, which I am. I hope you enjoy this final song we're performing for y'all.
Quahim on clarinet, Angel on trumpet, Jeremiah on alto, Jeremiah on bass, Mr. Medley on piano, Mrs. DeBose on drums. Yours truly, Greg Severance. Thank you so much, Young Men's Leadership Academy.
Does Paterson have talent or what? Let's give another round of applause as they make their way back to school. Yes, please, make sure you get back. You still got an hour. A few more acknowledgments. I want to recognize our director of the Department of Health and Human Services, Joel D. Ramirez. We have with us a gentleman who's served our city for over 50 years. Let's put our hands together for Chief John DeCando. And we have with us from the 5th Ward, Councilman Louis A. Velez. I also want to remind everyone that after this ceremony, we have catered lunch. Yes, we do. So you still want to stay? It's better than school food, right? Better than school lunch? They can stay. That's fine. We'll save you some pasta. That's okay. Very good. Our next honoree is known for her quiet strength. As a matter of fact, she does impress me with her work ethic and the fact that she has been very consistent in her commitment to the City Data Alliance. Let me explain that for those that may not be aware of this program. Actually, it was introduced to us by Rosario Castillo. Please give her a round of applause. Rosario graduated from the prestigious Kennedy School of Government with a master's degree at Harvard and is a city employee, but we do not pay her salary. Guess who does? Uncle Michael Bloomberg. I told you he's been good to Paterson, or is good to Paterson. And so the City of Data Alliance is a program where our goal is to go from being paper-based to paperless. I think it's time that Paterson enters the 21st century as far as being more digital and being more constituent and customer friendly. So this young lady, I believe has missed any meetings. Does she have perfect attendance? Or you don't have to put that out in there, but she's one of, if not the best participants in the City Data Alliance from the Economic Development Department. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Sabrina Robinson Curry. Sabrina, congratulations. She got that.
Well, here we are. I had to write it down. To God be the glory. I stand before you today humble and profoundly grateful for this recognition during Women's History Month. Thank you, Mayor Andre Sayegh, Director Tiffany Delaney, woohoo! Deputy Director Washington Vivero, my pastor, Dr. Barrington C. Hibbert, and the entire CJC Passaic family, and everyone who made this possible. But above all, I thank God, because without his grace, none of this would be possible. And so I accept this honor on behalf of every woman who consistently go the extra mile. They give 125% for family, friends, strangers, employers, in the spirit of excellence, but have felt overlooked. They felt undervalued or even unseen. It is to you that I say, your voice matters, your dreams matter, and you are worthy of more than you know. In moments when the world offers only silence and closed doors, remember that every step you take forward, however small, sets new ground for those who will come after you. After receiving a full scholarship to UCLA and then having to decline because I would take care of my ill mother, I wondered, how would I do it? How would I get the opportunity ever again? And long story short, I went on to work for several large hedge funds, advancing to become the vice president in the C-suite, managing a multi-million-dollar budget and overseeing that department. But through it all, I was always reminded, where is your degree? And in spite of that, I said, I'm going to show up and know what I'm talking about. So I would spend the time in Barnes & Nobles. I would buy the books. I would sit for certifications until my fate would change. And then my pastor said, when will you go back to school? I said, well, I'm already of age, so to speak. Who's going back to school then? And he encouraged me. And I said, one credit at a time. And next year, this time, I'll be in a master's program. And so to God be the glory. Women throughout history have shown us that even in the face of opposition, resilience and faith can spark unimaginable change. Their stories compel us to keep pressing on, seizing every opportunity to uplift others who walk the same path. And as we celebrate this month, let us reaffirm our commitment to stand together, share our stories, and shine a light on the gifts each of us has been given. And I will be remiss if I forget to say thank you to my 3 beautiful children. My beautiful children who have experienced the loss of their father in 2021 after 28 years of wonderful marriage. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your encouragement. Thank you all, and God bless you.
If you clap the loudest, you get in line first for the food. That was good. That was good. Yeah. So you saw what I did right there, right? By the way, I start off by saying that Sabrina is known for her quiet strength because she's a woman of very few words. I've known her for like 10 years. I've never heard you speak that long. In fact, and meaningful, very meaningful and impactful. But there was one time I didn't want to share this in public. I bet her because she is so reticent to speak. I said, I bet I can get you, Sabrina, to say more than 3 words. And she said, you lose. There you go. But she's a winner. Thank you. Our next honoree comes from Health and Human Services. And she is helping us, and she's instrumental in modernizing processes within that department. And she is the epitome of humility. Let me tell you why. Because I made it a point to personally call all these ladies to let them know that they were going to be honored and that they would have their moment here at City Hall in the new city chambers, council chambers. I have still not connected with her to let her know she's being honored, so I don't even know how she got here today. She did not take any of my calls because it was during work hours, and she was focused on the task at hand. I'm not taking anything away from the ladies that took my call during work hours, but she probably was immersed in something that was involving Health and Human Services. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your round hands together for Eileen Rosario. That was good. That was good.
I did reply to your text.
Oh, you did? Yeah, okay, all right. Yeah.
Late at night, but I did reply to your text. First of all, I also would like to thank my God. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for him, the family that I have been grown in, and the family that I have. The opportunity, I thank God because he still surprises me. There are doors that open that are so unexpected. And the opportunity for me to work in the Department of Health and Human Services was so unexpected. It happened like a whiplash. And I am so thankful. I have to thank my good friend Sonia Espinal because she gave me the recommendation. No, she's not here. But she was the one that gave me the recommendation. You know, I'm so proud and honored to work surrounded by a great leader as my director, Ramirez, and I know that everybody thinks that their department is the best, but, I think that my department is one of the best. We have an awesome office manager, Margarita Padilla. We have an awesome staff of women because, there are no more men there, except our director. Our director's surrounded by women, and we have strong, dedicated women, and I share this honor with them because I believe that the people that surround us are the ones that keep pushing us to be better and to excel, and it's important to always have that positive environment, and we truly have become a team, and I am so proud to now be a part of that team. My husband got here this morning at 4:45. He was in the island of Puerto Rico, so he's probably still sleeping and resting at home, but a shout out to him. He's my better half. But I thank the mayor, his wife for being here, this committee for this honor, and truly the opportunity to be amongst these women that are seated next to me. I congratulate them, and I feel honored to be amongst them. So again, thank you for this honor.
That was nice. That was nice. One more round of applause for Eileen. Yes, I just checked my phone. You did text me. I missed that one. Also want to acknowledge our Deputy Mayor, Maria del Pilar Rivas. Our next honoree has served our city for 24 years. And you can't tell because she looks 24 years old. Wait till you see her. Well, I'm looking at her right now. She's looking at me. She started as the city's brownfield coordinator and has risen from within the ranks. And now she's a steward, an excellent steward of our HUD funding, ensuring the highest level of service for our residents. And of course, that involves, if it's federal, CDBG, Community Development Block Grant funding. So parks that we've been improving, we use CDBG money. Roads that we resurface, CDBG money. The fire truck or the ladder truck we just ordered for the fire department will be used with CDBG money. I thought the fire department would be excited about that one. Okay. Yes, an ambulance too. Are you excited? We get an ambulance, CDBG funding. Okay, good. And I believe Director Rodriguez got our application in to renovate Little Larry Doby Field through CDBG dollars as well. Yes, that's breaking news, by the way. Nobody knows that just yet. He literally just ran back from the office. The ink isn't even dry on our application. But ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to know this young lady because I've known her when I was a city councilman for 10 years and always thought that she was the consummate professional, and she is. So let's welcome our next honoree, Yia Torres Benscombe. 24 years, huh? 24 years?
24 years. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, thank you, God, for giving me the best job ever. I do love what I do as community development. I am truly honored today to be recognized by Mayor Sayegh during this Women's History Month celebration. For 24 years, I had the privilege of serving this city and working at the Department of Community Development. Beyond my career, I am also a proud mom of two beautiful children, teenagers now, who inspire me every day. That's Chelsea and Jerry. Like so many women, I balance family, work, and I know firsthand the resilience and dedication it takes. I wanted to extend my deepest gratitude to my husband, Richard. For his unconditional support, and of course, our wonderful and my family, community development.
Whoa! They want to eat first.
Yes, they do. Whose hard work and dedication makes a real difference in the life of so many here in the city of Paterson. This recognition is not just for me, but for all the women who push boundaries, uplift others, and make a difference. Let us continue to support and empower one another. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jesse. Thank you. Congratulations. Thank you. Another round of applause for Jesse. We call her Jessie. We're almost there, our penultimate honoree. Now, the next young lady that we're going to recognize is a trash talker. Literally. She talks trash every day. Yes, Duke. Do you believe that, Duke? She does. Yes. Duke talks trash too sometimes with me. I don't want to. Oh, come on, Duke. Sorry. But nevertheless, this young lady takes phone calls about bulk trash pickup. As a matter of fact, she's gotten over 7,000 requests. Think about that. That's a lot of trash talking. And she's helped keep Paterson clean at least 7,000 times. And it has not been easy. But she has to have, I believe, the patience of a saint to do this work. And every time we have a meeting, because we are going to clean up this city, it's a collaborative effort. You see the banners outside on Market Street and strewn throughout the city. It says, keeping Paterson clean starts with you. And she's a member of our Clean Community Cleanup team. And I always have her speak at the meetings because I know she's a little reluctant. So I don't know what's going to happen here when she has this mic in front of all her adoring fans. Will she talk some trash? Ladies and gentlemen, our next honoree from the Department of Public Works, Nadia Villanueva. Oh, looks like they want to eat first. Go get him, Nadia. Go get him.
Wow. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. I'm so happy to receive this award. I'm a little nervous, but I won't trash talk, I promise. First and foremost, I would like to thank my mother. My mother is here. Mom, if you could stand up, please.
Mom.
Thank you, Mom, for everything that you have done in my life. I appreciate you so much. I would like to thank my director, Billy Rodriguez. I would also like to thank my coworkers for DPW for being here. Anna, thank you so much. It was a pleasure working with you this year. My sister, Bianca DeCando, Craig DeCando, John DeCando. Thank you guys so much. I would also like to thank where I first started. I'm sorry, I also would like to thank Mike Jackson. I thought he left the room, I'm sorry, but I see you now. I would also like to thank where I first originally came from was in the records department in Paterson. I would like to thank Officer Teferi. Thank you so much, Teferi, for this wonderful opportunity. I would also like to thank Officer Rodriguez, if we could give her a round of applause, please. I would also like to thank all these beautiful women that's here right now. Like I said before, girls, we run the world. Thank you, Mayor, for everything. Also, I would like to thank the community for everything. I'm here to help. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate this.
Thank you, Nadia. Thank you. Come on, one more round of applause for Paterson's #1 trash talker. Yes, and I mean that with admiration. I mean that. Okay, last but certainly not least. But I want to start off by saying, and many people are thanking God, and rightly so, and I thank him for his grace for allowing me the honor to serve as the mayor of my hometown. But last year, I lost my mother, but I'll never lose her love. Mr. Medley, you can relate because you lost your mother shortly thereafter as well. And our moms are always with us. They were with us from the beginning, and they'll be with us until the end. They will be continuing to guide us with that gentle hand. And quite frankly, we all need mothers in our lives. And I feel as if my mother passed the torch to my wife. And at work, I don't have a wife, but I've had someone who's been with me for 15 years. I've been married for 15 years, but it's not her. I give her credit for putting up with me for 15 years. When I was in the city council, she was my secretary. And I don't know why, but she accepted the assignment to come downstairs with me when I became the mayor, and she became my office manager. And she does not do this for the accolades. As a matter of fact, she almost said no when I told her that she was going to be honored. But then I said, it's in order. No, I didn't do that. No, it's not. But you may not know, I mean, she's an unheralded hero because I feel like she wants to bring out the best in all of us. And she wants people to take pride in Paterson and where they work. So when we first took office 7 years ago, the Christmas tree was something we needed to improve. And it became a mission for our next honoree and a point of pride now for our administration to have the type of tree that we have to rival Rockefeller Center. In fact, my kids think it's better than Rockefeller Center. Good kids, good kids. They're still here. You're not going back to school? Okay, they're going to eat with us. All right, okay. Speaking of children, youth. But if you've ever come on any occasion and you've seen how City Hall's been transformed, whether it is Christmas, whether it's Halloween, have you ever seen how? Yes, yes, yes. Halloween, Thanksgiving when we give out turkeys. Yesterday for Ramadan, we had a community iftar. You can't even tell that we had a major celebration with over 400 people. A few weeks ago, we celebrated Dominican independence. You would think we were in Santo Domingo here in Paterson. I'm going to be careful saying that this is the capital of the Dominican Republic. But anyway, that's an inside joke. I'll do that another time. But we all could use somebody like her in our lives. And one of the highlights that I have is when she brings in her grandson, Ethan. And I let him sit in my chair, because maybe one day Ethan will be the mayor of Paterson. But for now, the mayor of Paterson is honored to have an office manager like Audrey Cartright. Put your hands together for our next honoree.
I really don't say much. I'm a doer.
Yes.
But I thank the mayor for honoring me. I also want to thank all my coworkers. In the office of the mayor, we're not coworkers, we're a family.
Yes.
We watch out for each other. Most of us are all women, except for Javier Fernandez, of course. But we look out for each other. We just take over wherever we can, and we try to help as much as we can. There isn't a day that we don't come in that we have a crisis or anything going on. No one knows what happens in the mayor's office because you're not in our shoes, but as a woman, it's very hard. It's very hard to hear the stories of the residents. It's very hard not to be able to help. There are many times that most of us are dishing out our own money to help and do things. And most of us are women who console each other and try to help as much as we can. And basically, that's the function of the office of the mayor. And we take it very seriously, and we just try to help everyone. And as women, we stick together and we empower each other. And that's all we do every day. I thank Dazzle Tilos. I thank Maria del Pilar. Kenya.
Yeah.
Deborah, Della Fisher, my sister. I mean, there's nothing I can say. We're just here together, and that's all we do. I wish everybody had a chance to be in the mayor's office and see what we go through. So I appreciate all of you, and thank you for everything.
That was good, Audrey. Let's get an eso for Audrey, please. Wepa, any wepa? Come on, yeah. So in closing, let's have another round of applause for all of our honorees. We're about to have lunch along with the students. And I'm not quite sure if you know this, in addition to being mayor, I still teach for 2 hours at Passaic County Community College every Saturday. And I was thinking about my wife, what my wife said. I have a small class this semester. I have 9 students. 8 out of those 9 students are women. I told the young man, if you're single, the ratio is in your favor right now. He was happy when I said that. But nevertheless, my point is, there was a time women could not go to college in this country. Let's think about this. Women did not receive the right to vote. They fought for it, of course, until 1920. So it's a little over 100 years, when men have been voting for over 200 years. And women, think about this, you were talking about college. Princeton University is arguably the best school in New Jersey. Harvard is in the world, but Princeton. Women couldn't get into Princeton until 1969. So you're talking a little over 50 years ago. And unfortunately, we still have not had a woman in the White House. Oof. That one I really regret right now. Don't you? Yes, we'll get there. But what I'm saying is, women have come a long way, but we still got a long way to go. In the city of Paterson, they're helping us get there. And we're encouraged, inspired by the fact that there are empowered women in the city of Paterson, and that today we can honor them. Thank you very much for joining us, and enjoy the rest of the program. I do want to take a picture with the honorees with my wife. We could do it individually too. And then, but everyone is welcome to go and eat. If you want to take pictures, you can stay behind too. And the students are going to get to the line first. Go ahead, please. They're hungry. They worked.
Bon appetit.
Thank you, Mr. Medley and team.
All right.
How do you want to do it? Dazzle one at a time?
I think a group